Next time you are on your way to a destination by plane, try to appreciate the fact that you will at least be traveling to your next destination. Compared with the millionaires who still need more of a wealthier task at hand, they are in first class and are deciding whether or not to add orange juice to their champagne. The future of first-class airplane travel looks very promising, and that's just the beginning. If you have a lot of money to spend, why not buy your own private jet? Here are the 10 most expensive ones. Number 10. Qatar Airways. Named Best Airline in the World by Aviation Magazine, Skytrax in 2015. Qatar Airways' first-class service has a reputation for luxury and some amazing designer freebies. All their first-class travelers receive a bag of stunning Armani toiletries and a pair of designer pajamas from the wide company. Of course, your seat turns into a bed with its own snuggly duvet. If you don't fancy sleeping, watch a movie on your own 48cm HD personal TV screen. However, with Qatar Airways, it's the little touches. How many airlines have you been on that put roses in their bathrooms? When you're on a long flight, you often need to stretch your legs on a Qatar Airways line. You can visit the lounge complete with leather sofas and a fully stocked bar. So, if you got $8,000 available for your next trip from London to Cape Town, grab one of the 8 available first-class seats. Number 9. Cathay Pacific. Hong Kong's national airline, Cathay Pacific go for quality over quantity, which is why their first-class cabins only have 6 seats. It means they can really attend to your every need and charge around $28,000 for a round trip. You're greeted on an arrival with a glass of finest Krug champagne, your chair, which also turns into a bed, as a massage function. When you decide it's bedtime, your flight attendant will make the bed for you. Plus, you can use your personal LCD touchscreen display to turn the lights down. However, with a service compiled by Michelin-starred chefs available whenever you like, not just at designated mealtimes, you may not want to go to sleep. If the sound of the plane coupled with the noise coming from your 5 fellow passengers eating starts to get on your nerves, don't worry. Cathay Pacific give all of their passengers a pair of state-of-the-art Bose noise-canceling headphones, which you can use to watch your own personal TV. That should do it. Number 8. Air France. When you think of France, you think of style. That je ne sais quoi. Travel on Air France's ultra-exclusive La Première service, and you get more je ne sais quoi that you will know what to do with. More like a hotel room than a plane seat. La Première travelers stay in a private suite where your seat turns into a 6.5-foot bed, topped with a super comfy memory foam mattress. Air France understand that during a long flight you may need to get changed a few times, so they provide you with extra storage areas, including your own wardrobe. You would only expect the best cuisine from Air France, and see as the menu is compiled by Michelin-star chefs, Guy Martin and Michael Roth. That's what you get. Finally, sure, all first-class airlines provide their guests with goodie bags full of toiletries, but it's only Air France's that are made by Givenchy. Paris to New York with La Première cost around $9,500. Ooh la la! Number 7. Emirates. Skytrax, best airline in the world for 2016 was Emirates, taking Qatar Airways' crown, and you can see why. While most other airlines give you a seat with first class on Emirates, you get your own private cabin. It has its own flat bed with vanity table and fully loaded minibar. Very nice. However, the real perk is that you get your own private shower. That's right. With Emirates, there's no excuse for getting off your flight feeling a bit stinky. You'll smell like your complimentary Bulgarian timeless spa toiletries instead. If your own minibar isn't enough for you, you're free to visit the real bar in the first-class section in the plane. If that's not enough, there's also the pajamas. It being Emirates, there are no ordinary pajamas. They're hydroactive pajamas that keep your skin moist while you're wearing them. They really have thought of everything. A flight from New York to Dubai will set you back around $20,000. But for the hydroactive pajamas, I would say that's more than worth it. Number 6. Etihad. If you've ever wanted to travel in your own private plane cabin, which is probably bigger than your house, then the residence from Etihad Airways is the choice for you. The residents really are just one step down from a private plane. Travelers receive their own cabin with its own living room, bathroom, and bedroom. The living room has a 32-inch touchscreen HD TV. The bathroom contains its own shower, and the double bed is nearly 7 feet long, big enough for a basketball player. You also get your own personal butler trained at the Savoy in London, who will attend to your every need. Designer toiletries are a complimentary, of course, but with Etihad, you also get your own bathrobe. That's a new one. The residents are redefining luxury, but it comes with a price tag to match. Flights in the residence cost around $30,000 for a one-way trip, so make sure you enjoy it. Number 5. Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines Suites class also offer travelers their own private space with extra wide seat, big TV, and more. But what if you're traveling with your partner? Well, you can retract your privacy wall and fold out your 2 seats to make a big double bed. Your attendant will give you a mattress topper to make you extra comfy. The suites are designed by Jean-Jacques Coste, who is more famous as a designer of luxury yachts. While no expense has been spared, it's lucky Jean-Jacques Coste decided not to put a massive sail in the middle of the cabin. As for those in attendance, Singapore Airlines have the reputation for having the best staff in the industry, trained to make sure you wait for nothing. From the glass of Dom Perignon you receive as you step on the plane, to the menu compiled by 8 top chefs, Singapore Airlines ensure you travel in style. A suite costs around $18,000 for a round trip. Number 4. Private jets. Once you've decided even your own private department on an airline isn't luxurious enough for you, it's time to start looking at private jets. Luckily, there are many companies that have kitted out all kinds of airplanes, and they would be happy to take your money. You could choose an Airbus A380 VIP kitted out with its own private office and a bathroom that spans the width of the plane. Alternatively, there's the Bombardier Global 7000, which holds 10 passengers as a 6-seat dinner table and is capable of 7,000 miles non-stop flight. Perhaps the last word in private jets for hire is the Boeing 737 or business jet. It can hold 19 passengers, fly non-stop for 12 hours. But it also holds a conference room, a fully fitted kitchen, and a private master bedroom with the king-size bed. It's usually hired by heads of state when they fly around the world. Prices sit at around $20,000. Oh, not per trip, per hour. Number 3. The Big Bunny. Probably the real-life equivalent of Austin Powers' plane. The Big Bunny belonged to Playboy founder Hugh Hefner. Bought in the late 1960s, the Big Bunny was a modified DC-9. It had a range long enough to fly anywhere in the world, and it did Hefner blinked it out with custom lighting and an onboard disco with fully stocked bar. The outside was painted entirely black, which was revolutionary at a time. Of course, being Playboy, we have to talk about the stewardesses. They were known as the Jet Bunnies, and they didn't dress like ordinary cabin crew. When did you last see your flight attendant wearing a leather miniskirt and bunny ears? Hefner himself had his own private cabin aboard the Big Bunny with the regulation circular bed and private shower. It could hold 38 people, and guests include Elvis Presley, who borrowed it for a tour. In 1975, Hefner sold the Big Bunny to Venezuela Airlines, where it flew commercially until 2004. Let's hope they removed the circular bed. Number 2. Boeing 747-430, owned by Sultan of Brunei. He's worth $40 billion, so you won't see the Sultan of Brunei flying economy class ever. Why would he need to anyway? He has this bad boy, a Boeing 747-430, fully stocked with everything a Sultan could wish for. The plane cost $100 million, and the Sultan spent another $100 million decorating it. It's more like a palace than a plane. It's got a living room, bedroom, and bathroom fully decked out with golden crystal, including wash basins made of solid gold. That must put a strain on the engine. The Sultan isn't the type to sit back and let his personal pilot do all work either. In 2012, air traffic controllers in India were surprised to win the voice on the radio requesting permission to land was that of the Sultan himself. He then flew it in for a perfect landing. The Boeing is only one of the Sultan's fleets of 7 planes, one for every day of the week. He also has 2 helicopters. Number 1. Airbus A380. The Airbus A380 is largest and best-known commercial airliner in the world. It can hold around 850 passengers. Strangely, considering its size, it's being touted as the next big thing in private jets. Charter companies are snapping up second-hand A380s, redesigning them to unimaginable standards of luxury, and hiring them out to heads of state and VIPs for their own personal use. The price only $60,000 per hour. To buy one cost around $400 million. You think that price tag would be out of reach for most people? Not everybody, however. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal of Saudi Arabia put his name down for one and to earmarked another $100 million to decorate it in his own personal style. He designed his plane to include a concert hall with grand piano, a steam room, 5 master bedrooms, a garage for a Rolls-Royce, and a prayer room with mats that electronically rotates, so they're always facing Mecca. Disappointingly, for undisclosed reasons, the deal never happened. Airbus canceled the order. Don't worry about Prince Al-Walid though. He's still got a Boeing 747 with a throne in the middle of it. And that ends our top 10 ultra-luxury airlines in jets only the richest people fly in. Have you ever been in a private plane? If you had your own, what would you put on there? Leave us a comment to let us know. Thanks for watching.